Hello, everybody. Long time no see. I am your host and MC, Slightly Better, and I am here to spread all the tea, all the shade, and all the pink lemonade on reality TV. And tonight we are talking about Big Brother 26. All right. So this is my first recap for this season. Y'all know me. I do my recaps every season of Big Brother. This summer, I've been very preoccupied with another excursion. So I'm finally dipping my toes in for this week because this week we have a lot to talk about. Before I get the live started, if you want to keep up with all things that I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that like video, and share with all your friends because damn it, we're going to have fun here. All right, so this week has to be one of the most hectic weeks in Big Brother history. Not because the gameplay is off the chain, not because there's alliances going at it, not because there's a really good cast of players in there, but because of one person. And his name is Tucker. Okay. So, to catch you up to speed, if you have not been watching this season of Big Brother, we have a cast of 16 new players. For the past 3 weeks, all of the attention has been on a middle aged woman, a middle aged man, and a girl that likes to put edible glitter on everything. However, the edible glitter girl is gone. The middle aged woman that fights everyone isn't fighting anyone anymore, and the middle aged cop wants to quit. So the shit has been boring as hell. And then you've got a clearly ADHD-licious Bostoner in the house that's bored as fuck. And he is sick and tired of every single week the same 3, 2, whatever people going on the block. So he puts himself on the block because he finds out that there's someone in the game that has a power where they can take over an HOH. He wins the power of veto, but oh no, he does not use it on himself. He uses it on the woman that has picked a fight with half the goddamn house. But the person he wants to go on the block does not go on the block, and instead, America gets to decide who goes on the block. Now, if I was to say that whole speech to you before the season even started, I guarantee you not a soul would have believed me. However, that's what happened. So let's dive on into this episode. So let's start off by talking about the power that's in play. I want to give a shout out. We got Aaron Hughes in the chat. We got Cheryl in the chat. What's up, y'all? Throughout the night, if you have anything you want to add in there, put it in the comment section. I'll put it up here. I'll also have a chance for you guys to come discuss with me a panel. I have some of my friends that might come up here to talk about the show. So viewer interactivity, we love that. All right. So I'm going to pull up real quick the people in the game so I'm not just talking to a damn blank screen. So let me do that real quick. So where we currently stand in the game, what the fuck? Why can't I open this shit? That is so fucking weird. I can't even open it. Why the hell can I? I'm going to open it in... Fuck, I'm going to open it in the file. All right, well, while I try to figure that shit out, for the for the last few weeks, okay, here we go. I got it in Clip Champ. Fucking boom, there we go. Yo, I can't stand this shit. Okay, you're just gonna have to look at this shit in Clip Champ. I apologize, y'all. Okay, so this is where we currently stand in the game. So for the last few weeks, we have had Quinn. Where is he? Right here. This have you guys seen those TikToks of this lesbian lady that hates life and hates the world? Have y'all seen those? I don't remember what her name was. He reminds me so much of her every single time I look at him. Anyways, this gremlin over here, during the first week of the game, won a power called the Deep Fake HOH, which essentially is a secret coup d'etat. At any point within the first week to the fourth week, which is next week, he can take over the HOH and nominate whoever he wants. He only told Angela and Chemo about that power. He's been trying to keep that power a secret because he's in 1,000,001 alliances. He's got an alliance with the Pentagon, which has Brooklyn in there. It has Cedric in there. It has Chelsea in there, and it has Cam in there. But then he also has an alliance with the same 5 people, but also with Chemo and T-Core and Joseph Pornstash. But then he's got another alliance with the Bros, with Tucker. I believe Chemo's in there, and Kenney. But then he's also got another alliance with Quinn, Chemo, and T-Core. But then he also has a final 2 with Rubina. And that's not even all. And then he has one with Joseph. He has so many alliances, it's crazy. So he told Angela about this power weeks ago when she was HOH because he wanted to save himself. However, he fucking turned on Angela when he threw her under the bus to T-Core and Cedric and all of them because he misinterpreted something that she had said. I didn't know this, but apparently he told Chemo about his power as well. I did not know about this at all. So one of the first things that they showed us in the episode was the moment where Chemo decided to spill the beans to Tucker. So let's take a look at that moment real quick.
Okay, Tucker is gorgeous.
It play the fucking audio?
But there genuinely
Does it
is
not
trust
play
there.
the audio?
Tucker is gorgeous.
Girl, what the fuck?
Duh. But
Do
there
I gotta play
genuinely
this
is
shit
trust
too?
there.
Someone in the audience tell me if the audio is coming through. Because if not, I'll just play it on my thing.
Oh.
Okay, the audio's not going through, so I'm going to have to play it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Only Tucker
This is my
worked
first
straight.
time back. Alright. Oh, you can hear it. Okay, well, I can't fucking hear it. I don't understand why. Alright, well, I'll replay it.
Okay, Tucker is gorgeous. Duh. But there genuinely is trust there.
This fucking douchebag.
People develop crushes in this house. If only Tucker worked straight.
Okay. First of all, Chemo does not represent all the members of the LGBTQIA plus etc. community. Not everyone in that community is thirsty for straight people. I promise. I swear. Promise on my life. Cross my heart. Hope to die. Chemo. This entire game, you have been completely useless. You finally decide to do something that is game-changing, and the reason you chose to do it was because you were horny? Bro. I can't get over these motherfuckers. So Chemo knew about Quinn's power. I don't even remember when he said this to him, because Chemo has been like a ghost, vanishing from instance to instance, and then I only see him when he's with T-Core. So he knew about Quinn's power, and he decided to tell Tucker about the power because he's had a little boy crush on Tucker this whole damn season. Okay. When this happened, in my head, I was like, this is actually good for Chemo, because right now, Chemo's only alliances in the game are T-Core and Quinn. Yes, he's also part of the collective, but I don't really see the collective being a thing 5 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, 4 weeks down the line, 5 weeks down the line. It's not even the real alliance. So Chemo needs to start putting in some work to A, actually win the fucking game, and B, to have some allies on his side. So this was a good move, but he didn't do it because it was a good move. He did it because he has a fucking boner for Tucker. Make that shit make sense, bro. Make it make sense. However, I was living for this moment because I have been saying from the start. Now, I know there's people out there that hate Angela, and I know Facebook is about to fuck my shit up, but I am an Angela defender through and through. Angela is a lot smarter than people realize. Angela just had her shit messed up because she was HOH the first week and she got the worst case of HOH-itis I have ever seen. And now she just really hasn't had a chance to breathe because she was HOH, then on the block again. But when Angela went over to Tucker and told him about the power, no one believed her because she was crazy. He didn't believe her. This confirmed it. And this was where we saw the ball rolling on what could have been one of the biggest blindsides in history. I see more people in the chat. I see Maya in the chat. What's up, Maya? My girl Chantel, my guy Terrell. Oh, someone asked who Maya asked me, who do you see being the final two of this season? I have no idea. It's looking like Chelsea and Brooklyn are probably the two people with the best chance of going deep in the game, though, is what I will say. Oh, we got Kenny. Trust me, I'm gonna get to Kenny. Kenny is coming up now. Kenny is coming very soon. Trust and believe. Uh, Kenny can go. Kenny can go home. Y'all are fucking vicious. All right, so Tucker has been like Dick Clark in this shit. Okay, Dick Clark was a detective, right? Whatever, but he has been trying to figure out who has the powers, and everyone was so dead set on it being Lisa. Why? This is my thing. I think everyone just didn't like Lisa. Valid. I was not a fan of Lisa either. So everyone just assumed that Lisa had the power. No, like, this is your first concrete evidence of someone having a power. They said to someone else that they had a power. And let this be a warning to future Big Brother players and Survivor players. If you have a power, or an idol, keep that shit to yourself. Why the fuck do you gotta tell the world as a goddamn town crier that you have a power? Yes, I understand that telling someone you have a power builds trust, but if you don't need to tell someone that you have a power, then shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. If you are going to tell people that you have a power, like with Mackenzie, for example, Mackenzie had the America's Veto, which, if you need a refresher, America's Veto allows you, if you're nominated at the veto ceremony, to take yourself off the block or take anyone off the block. And you can, and then the HOH does not make the decision. America makes the decision, which we will talk about later. So in that situation, yeah, you have to reveal that you're the one with the power. So I totally understand that. Using it as a leveraging tool, and people online have been reading her for using it to help her with the HOHs. However, I think she's been using it as a really good bargaining tool. I'm not even really a big Mackenzie fan, but the fact that she was able to stay off the block the first 2 weeks just by having this power in her back pocket is great. Great for her game. But with Quinn's power, nobody would have known that Quinn was the deep fake HOH unless he said something. And when you're someone like Quinn that has an alliance with every fucking person in the house, that's your opportunity to throw some big targets up there. Like, for example, he's talked about sending Cedric and Cam home, but he has an alliance with them. Well, if you were to use that deep fake HOH and no one knows it's you, you could throw them up there without having to waste a nomination on Angela. So Chemo confirms it. Then we came to a segment on the show that made me extremely happy. I don't have a video for this part, but I do have I do have a picture of a poor unfortunate soul. One of the things about the edit that was making me super angry was the fact that they were not showing that Kenney wanted to quit the game. Yeah, they were showing that he was tired. Yeah, they were showing he was missing his family. But that shit was not what he's been doing. He's literally been talking about wanting to go home every fucking day on the feeds. So when they did this segment, I was so fucking happy. In the words of Chantelli, go home, Roger. Uh, Officer Kenney, in the words of Spicy V from Big Brother Canada, you signed up for this. And I can say right here, right now, can't say why, but being stuck in a place away from your family is hard. I totally get it. I can empathize with you. I know it's hard. But you have $750,000 on the line. There were thousands of people that wanted to be on the show. Millions of people that love this show. And you actually got on the fucking show. But you miss your wife and kids, and it's a little hard, and you can't watch TV, and you can't go be a cop like you want to be. So you want to quit? Bitch, please. Save it. What's up, Lisa D? Welcome to the stream. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome. It's just ridiculous to me. There's always someone that wants to quit or always someone that's talking about quitting. But the weirdest thing with Kenney is that one second he wants to be there and the next second he wants to leave. And this whole segment with the thumbs down and the thumbs up was the funniest shit to me. Officer Kenney, which is what I will be referring to him as, Officer Kenney seems to only enjoy the game of Big Brother when the power is in his hands. Now, I have seen this on my game show, I Love Money. I've seen this on Survivor. I've seen this on Big Brother. And not a lot of people are understanding it in the game. Some people think it's a strategy. No, he's just a sore fucking loser. The first week, he was all about the game. He was pissed off. He was on the block. He wanted to stay. It wasn't until he was sat up there next to his boy, Matt Can't Singville, Matt stuck on TikTok because he's unemployedville, that he wanted to go home. Then the second week, shit doesn't go his way again. But then he wins the veto, and then all of a sudden he wants to stay. He's happy-go-lucky. Now this week, Angela didn't go home. He thought Angela was going to go home. Now that Angela didn't go home, now your ass wants to go home again. Bitch. But then, an all guys alliance wants to come together. All the guys want to have a circle jerk. And you know what, Officer Kenney? We want you to be right in there with us. You can be the leader of the circle jerk. In fact, we'll jerk you twice. And all of a sudden, he's hunky-dory. He's smiling. He's thumbs up. I'm here, guys. Let's do the move. So it's just like, bitch, you are a sore goddamn loser, and you can't change my mind. Lisa, thank you for bringing that up. Maya, I know, Matt's TikToks are fucking crazy. Chantal, I would love to interview everyone when the game is over. I want to bring this point up. I heard Tucker say that production told Kenney he needed to stop complaining or they'll send him home with no pay. I am so happy that Big Brother did that. Now, I don't know if y'all recall, but back during Big Brother 20, Tyler did the same thing. Do you guys remember on Big Brother All-Stars, Tyler was actually going to tell Christmas to put him on the block instead of Bailey and Davon because of Black Lives Matter. Apparently, and then he went to the diary room and he said the diary room told him that he's not allowed to quit or he's not allowed to put himself on the block or he'll lose his pay. Okay, I have a couple of feelings about that. The first feeling is I totally agree. You should be stopping someone from quitting. But on the other hand, you casted him. This is part of the game at this point. If someone does not want to be there, let the motherfucker quit. And what I would do is I just kick him out the game. At this point, just kick him out. The only thing that's keeping him there is the money. So it's frustrating because on one hand, as a person watching the show, it sickens me to see a guy like Kenney in there that doesn't even want to be there. So yes, I'd rather see him go home without pay. But on the other hand, it screws over other people's game plans by throwing this guy out the game and potentially ruining an alliance or potentially stopping an HOH in their tracks. So I do understand it. I think they just need to do a better job at casting, because you can't tell me that this guy applied to the game. I don't believe that he applied. I believe that someone found him, someone asked him if he wanted to be on the show, and he said, "Oh, well, my wife loves Big Brother, so why don't I do it?" And they threw him on the show. And now he feels like he's behind bars, just like all the other people he's put behind bars. And what's also really annoying about this motherfucker is Chantel saying he ain't in no alliances. What's so fucking annoying is he could be in such a great spot right now. There were so many people in the game that wanted Kenney. They said, "Kenney, we don't want you to go. Kenney, we don't want you to go." But he's like, "Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta go, guys." So fuck Kenney. And you know what's really fucked up about this whole shit? I don't even want Kenney to go home this week. I want Kenney's ass to be stuck here in the Big Brother house. And you know what I'm praying for? I'm praying that this motherfucker is safe until jury. And you know when I want them to kick him out? I want him to go home the first week of jury. And I want him to have to sit his Tandy cop pig ass in that jury house for the rest of the summer. Now that would make me so happy. Oh yeah, he did say he wanted to target. I agree, Lisa. No more recruits. No more recruits. Okay. So then we have Cedric. So can we talk about Cedric's HOH? Let's talk about him. I'm actually gonna pull up this collage I found of him in his veto costume, because I wanted to talk about the veto costumes anyway, and it's the only picture I have of Cedric on my computer right now. So we're gonna do that. Let me do that real fast. Let's talk about Cedric's HOH and why this week made me not like Cedric. All right, first of all, the veto costumes. I actually really like the veto costumes. They've been doing really good with the veto costumes this year. Who's my favorite house guest so far? Angela. Angela is the best casting Big Brother has done in years, and no one can convince me otherwise. She's funny as shit. I will say, though, Tucker's a close second, if not getting close to the top. All right, so with Tucker is the archetype of Big Brother player that I can't stand. I hate Big Brother players that are like, "I want no blood on my hands." What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? It is impossible to play the Big Brother game with no blood on your hands. The only way that you can play the game with no blood on your hands is if you never win a competition, you never go on the block, and you never vote. Well, you can win no competitions. You have to go on the block at some point if you win no competitions. And there's a very good chance that it will happen at some point in the game. And if it doesn't, it's going to happen at the final three. And you have to cast your vote every week, barring a twist. So I don't understand this mindset of, "I want no blood on my hands." Let's look at who he nominated. He nominated Angela, who treats him like he was her son. You have Kenney, who Kenney wants to quit. I totally understand putting Kenney on the block. And then you have Tucker, that volunteered to go on the block. Then you are presented with as Angela would say, a golden apple to take out a really big target. Now, look, I don't think putting Mackenzie on the block was a bad move at all. However, you should have just did that to start. If you were going to do it, you should have just did it to start. Number two, you shouldn't have gotten involved in a plan to backdoor one of your own allies. You shouldn't have even entertained it if you were not going to do it. Because now you look like a pussy. Not only to me, not only to the audience, but to the whole house. And if there were better players in the game, more people would be talking about the fact that you did not put Quinn on the block when you had every reason to do so. Because in my head, I would be saying, "Oh, he's aligned with Quinn." Oh, I see you guys in the chat talking about Angela. Shit, when I start the panel, we might need to talk about Angela. A whole thing. You know what? I have a segment about Angela coming up, so we will talk about that during the segment. So Cedric lost a lot of my respect during his HOH reign. In my opinion, if you don't want to get any blood on your hands, don't fucking try to win the HOH. Just don't try to win it. Also, in my eyes, if you are in my alliance and you're not willing to get blood on your hands, but you are willing to win the HOH, you're not a useful alliance member. Because a useful alliance member would have put Mackenzie and Leah on the block. Who gives a shit about Officer Kenney trying to quit the game? Who gives a shit about Angela's Karen ass? Who gives a shit about Tucker? Those are the two people that should have been on the block, and this whole thing could have been avoided. So anyways, we get to the veto picks, and the veto picks had to be worst case scenario for the Pentagon, as they like to call themselves, and Cedric. So the veto picks end up being Leah and Mackenzie. So let's talk about that. Also, y'all, I promise I'm looking at your comments. I will get to your comments as well for the discussion. I'm just keeping, because I got ADHD, so my shit will go off the rails. So we have the veto picks, and going into this competition, I was like, Tucker or Kenney or Mackenzie are probably going to win. I did not think there was a shot Angela was going to win. I think overall Tucker's just a better competitor than Cedric. If you were watching the live feeds before this point, there was really the only person that we thought would do something interesting with the veto was Kenney, because like the show accurately did show, Kenney did want to use the veto on Angela. But at this point, there was no discussion about any type of backdoor or anything like that. The target going into this was still Kenney. I didn't really give a shit. Also, can we just talk about, I just realized this is the most dad outfit I have ever seen in my life. What is this? Knee-length camo shorts and fucking Birkenstocks? Oh, Kenney. Oh, Jesus Lord. And I swear to God, every single time Tucker is on this screen, he has that same camouflage bucket hat, those same fucking basketball shorts from 2002, and that same overwashed gray tank top. And why does she look like she should be in Legally Blonde? Anyways, let's talk about the veto competition. I actually, I saw someone in the chat said they didn't like this veto competition. I actually enjoyed it. And I have to give Big Brother a little bit of kudos here. Big Brother is actually trying to make the competitions somewhat fair to all the contestants. My biggest qualm with Big Brother competitions have been the fact that you can't really win a competition unless you're a young athletic person. So the way that this challenge was that you had to pick up that giant ass core and you had to maneuver it, and if you hit any of the vines, then you would lose power. But the strategy was you could do it in the fastest time, or you could just try to get the highest percentage. Now, if it was me, I would just be trying to get the highest percentage, because odds are someone is going to hit the thing, and there's a pretty good chance that time is not going to come into play. It's better safe than whatever, the tortoise and the hen, whatever the fuck that story was. So once the challenge started, Chantel said low effort and low budget. At least so much. Oh, Maya, I'm about to show you. This was just one of the reasons why I loved Angela. So this, let's take a look at this, at the veto competition, Angela's performance.
Oh my gosh, I know I've got to pull this out. I've got to get a W here, or I could potentially be going home. I've got to get nice. Gosh, okay. I don't want to sit through another eviction night. I want to pull myself off and sit on the couch and actually vote. Okay, we're going to go through. We're going to go through here. All right, I'm going to go low. Oh my gosh. Okay, go faster, go faster. Knowing who I'm up against, I know I have to compete hard. So I am going to just go with the gusto and go. Oh, shoot. Okay, that is not easy. Oh, you're kidding me now. Okay. Oh my gosh, the rocks. Are you kidding me? No way. Oh my gosh, these vines. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Vines to the left of me, vines to the right of me, vines above me, vines below me. Ah! What did I touch? This is so hard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And again, okay, these stupid bamboo pieces. I'm not any good at this.
The pigtails. Okay, I will say this. Now that I'm rewatching the challenge, this does look like a glow stick that you would get from a company party or a birthday party. Like, look, even you see these little circular things, those circular rectangle parts. That's where you connect the necklace. So it's giving dollar store that are on the challenge. This is so fun. It's giving LRG. Maya, she wanted to be on Survivor too. That's the funny part. This is her surviving, bro. She's trying to survive the best that she can. She's struggling. And people hate her. Like, see, people were, I know, you guys were talking about in the comments that people were trying to, get her fired or her job or whatever. It's like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is still a lady. And I'm glad that they showed the more fun side of Angela. So I will say this about the challenge. The strategy was definitely to go slow and steady. And if you were a shorter person, you probably were going to have a harder time because the glow stick is bigger than her. And that's saying a lot. But get her on I Love Money. Bro, I would kill to get Angela on I Love Money when the game is over. Listen, a celebrity I Love Money. That might be a thing. I'm just saying. I might have that coming. And she'd be one of my first choices. So Angela does really bad. But what I'm not seeing enough people talk about is my favorite part of the episode. Tucker.
Down in Terror. Crikey! Wait, he did it! I plugged his core into the power.
I'm sorry. I could not keep a straight face when this motherfucker was talking like what's the name of that guy? Steve Irwin the entire time. This guy is ridiculous. Oh my god. I got the golden power of the O. I got it.
And feeling pretty damn good. I think I did it pretty quick, so I mean, I think I got this. I don't want anybody to win,
This motherfucker, he said, look at this. He did one of these. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And people don't like, now my shit's blurry. Here we go. Boop. What's up, Brittany? And people are like, oh, this guy, he's so arrogant. He's so annoying. All right, let me see if I can get this camera to work. This camera saw me jump and it said goodbye. I gotta jump. All right, whatever. Oh, there we go. But this... People want me to hate him so badly. I can't hate Tucker. He's so funny. Like, I enjoy people that don't take themselves too seriously. To me, that's what Big Brother is all about. Survivor is for the people that take the strategy and the game and the winning seriously. This guy does not give a fuck. He's so funny. Oh, Lisa, I totally agree with you. Oh, and I don't know if I say hi, but hi, Brittany. Welcome to the chat. Grade A actor, definite Jim Carrey vibes. He is so Jim Carrey. That makes so much sense. You find his voice annoying. I do. The voice is annoying. I can see that. He's very he's very East Coast, like New York, Boston, Massachusetts. Like he talks like the guys in Dude, Where's My Car? He's like ripping the duo from Dude, Where's My Car, stuffing it into a 30-year-old white guy and throwing it into the Big Brother game. But I fucking love him. I also love the fact that he plays balls to the wall. I like biscuits. Yo, like I can't hate this guy and I can't hate Angela and all her crying. So Tucker and then oddly Kenney have the best strategy. Mackenzie did all right, I guess. But the strategy that they were doing was slow and steady. I was surprised that Tucker actually had the patience for this competition. This is a challenge that you would think on paper is about going as fast as you can. It really is all about patience. He has had no patience in the game of Big Brother, but for this, oh, he had plenty of patience. It was so odd. And then Kenney, out of nowhere, Kenney can play the game, I guess. I don't know. So after seeing that clip, I was like, yeah, Tucker won. And then when he won, he stood up. He was like, what did he say? Can someone remind me what he said? He said some shit like, that's what we do, something like that. It was just so, everything about this guy is so fucking funny. I wouldn't be surprised if MJ is not that interested in Matt when she comes out the house. Ugh, we do got to discuss Matt and all of his annoyingness. Oh my god. Trust me, we'll have a panel that opens up towards the end of this, where we will talk about it. Trust me, we will. So, anyways, this was the part of the episode, like you see it in the title, that we need 90-minute episodes. This was the part of the episode where I was like, okay, there's a lot of gaps, and if I was not watching the live feeds, I would be lost. So after the veto is over and Tucker won, you would think, okay, Tucker's using the veto. Who's going to be a replacement nominee? We already know that Kenney is checked out and Kenney wants to go. But now all of a sudden, Kenney wants to stay. Thumbs down, up to thumbs up, right? For me, it's the opposite. Thumbs up, thumbs down. So who's the renom going to be? Well, then they show us an extremely cut down version of what happened.
Who is it? Guess what? Now your boy's got the power of veto, and I got a big target in mind. Now it's time for where boys become men and we get this game started. All right. I got a crazy plan. I'd stay up.
Really?
Oh. Yeah. I'm thinking like, bro, take Angela off.
What, bro? What are you talking about? I thought I had to be worried about Kenney trying to take Angela off. Now I gotta worry about Tucker taking Angela off? Like, she's the house target, bro. What are you doing?
I think we have a chance to get out one of the strongest players in this game this week. It's Quinn.
So this was not the first discussion about Quinn potentially going on the block. At this point, there already was rumblings of this from Tucker to Cam and with Kenney. And this was a coordinated effort to go to Cedric. So they completely skipped over all of that. We got to talk about this edit that Quinn is getting to. And this was where I was like, some shenanigans is going on. So let's continue.
Quinn's been playing everybody in this game, and he's got the power up. And it's to redo the HOHs, all three of the noms, which
I agree,
is
Chantal.
stronger than immunity. He is so tightly knit with every group he's in, that dude's going to coast to the point where he's going to win.
He's very unsuspecting. Like, he's
very
unsuspecting,
bro. And if you let him coast, he will win.
He's completely right, by the
I
way.
want Quinn and his power out of here, but if I take myself down, which I know you're supposed to do, Quinn would go up in my place, and it would be Quinn, Angela, and Kenney in the AI arena. I think Quinn would come out on top.
Maya, I agree.
So I'm going to stay up there and try to battle Quinn out. Like I've said before, risk it for the biscuit, and your boy likes biscuits. We know the two people with power-ups, and instead of getting Mackenzie out, I feel like it's smarter to try to put it on Quinn.
Yeah, but if it doesn't work, it's my game.
Not really. You could just be like, yo, Tucker just made up all the and told me I had to do it or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think it's gonna
That's what kills me, is that if Tucker was smarter, he would catch on to the fact that every single time he was pitching this plan, Cedric was coming up with reasons as to why it's not a good plan. But Tucker was so right and was so like, this is what needs to happen, that Cedric literally had no defense. It's like, yeah, I guess that's what it is. Because honestly, if they were not in an alliance together, Cedric's best move would be to put Quinn up.
be a legendary Big Brother move.
It'll be legendary one way or the other.
Yeah. And then if it works, it would be like, damn, look at what this whole crew did right now. Things are looking good. Cool. We got this. Let's go.
It's gonna be a big ass move, and it can only really backfire hard on me. And if I stay in the house, I'll get your back.
Most definitely.
You know, this is a really great plan because Quinn is definitely playing the game and he's playing it very well. He's been lying to the Pentagon. So, this is something that I'm heavily considering. But at the same time, I have to weigh the pros and cons and figure it out.
All right. So, this is my problem with the whole thing. And then I'm going to get to what you guys are saying in the comments. Cedric should have shut this plan down directly with Tucker instead of blindsiding him. Now, one clip that was not shown on the show that I think is very important for everyone to remember is this moment that happened near minutes before the veto ceremony.
Use it on yourself. I talked to a bunch of people last night. We don't have the votes.
I don't give a fuck. I'm still doing it.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do.
So basically, Cedric said, use the veto on yourself. We don't have the votes to do it. And Tucker basically said, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. On one hand, I respect the fuck out of that, because what it sounds like to me, if it was me, it sounds like you're trying to strong arm the plan and shut the shit down. But on the other hand, you can't be that upset that he didn't go through with it. He told you he wasn't going through with it. What Cedric's mistake was the same mistake that Angela made last week when she went to Quinn and said, that's the group. She should have clarified to him, that's the group we need to work with. Cedric should have clarified to Tucker, we don't have the votes. I'm going to put Mackenzie up. Because all Tucker heard from that conversation was, oh, we don't have the votes. And he's just like, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. And in his mind, he probably thought, oh, well, if I do it, he'll go through with it and he'll put her up anyway. He'll put him up anyway. It was interesting. It was ballsy. And it made me respect Tucker even more. But that was where both Tucker and Cedric fucked up. And I'm very curious if they're going to show that clip. And also the clip of Cam, Cedric, Tucker, and Kenney forming an alliance with each other in that chat room called the Game Players. Very curious about that. So you guys are saying in the chat, Lisa D said, keep it simple. I do agree. I think week 3, you don't need to take out an alliance member. I mean, look at last season with Felicia when she took Heisem out of the game. It was way too early, and her taking Heisem out, in my opinion, and when I interviewed Felicia, which you can check out on my YouTube channel, in Felicia's opinion, that was where her game and the rest of her alliance's game went downhill. They needed that person that could win the challenges. However, this is a little different because Quinn has now shown that he's aligned with pretty much everybody. He had a power that he didn't tell you about, which shows me you're shady. You told, how does Tucker know about it and I don't know about it? There was just, and he also was not winning any challenges. So what asset really are you as an ally? But again, I do agree with Lisa D that if you're in a position like Cedric is, where you're in control, you're in the majority alliance, you don't really need to rock the boat too much. However, I think he played it a little too simple. Because if you're just doing what the last HOH did, and even shit, what Angela did, where she basically just took Lisa's spot, yeah, you're going to make some people put eyes on you. The safest move, and you can't convince me otherwise, would have been from the start to put Kenney, Leah, and Mackenzie on that block. Shit. Tucker instead of Leah. That would have been the easiest path for him, and I think he could have avoided this whole situation. And again, he also could have avoided it by shutting this whole plan down with Tucker directly instead of what he did. I agree. I think that Lisa said they'll probably show that clip tomorrow. I do agree with you. For some reason, my gut is telling me we're going to get a Leah HOH. I think so too, Maya. Cedric never agreed to the plan. Well, he did agree to the plan. He did. He did agree to it, but he backed out on it. He should have said something about backing out on it. Being aligned with everyone is easier to flip the house. You can't be loyal to everybody. Well, yeah. And that's why if you are in a really good spot, you should not be winning HOH. And if you have a really strong alliance, you need to just stick with your alliance. You can't be allies with everybody in the game of Big Brother. It really just does not work like that. It's very hard to pull off, and you need to literally win nothing. So that happens. And then we get the craziest veto ceremony of all time. So let's take a look at that moment.
Brother, expect the unexpected. Here you go, Angela.
You just know that Angela shit a brick when he put that veto around her neck. I would have shit a brick too.
You gotta get the competitors out, guys. That's what this game's about.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I had no idea. None.
Let's go through these reactions real fast because these reactions were sending me. All right. Brooklyn looks like her life flashed before her eyes. Quinn looks like a fucking jackass laughing at everything, which, by the way, I do think that they are doing that on purpose, showing him laughing at everything. Angela can't believe it. You would think that there was a sale at Starbucks. Cedric shit his pants. Brooklyn shit her pants again. Mackenzie is shocked. She's trying to do the duck lip challenge, the Kylie Jenner challenge. Tucker's ready for some biscuits. Rubina makes her first appearance of the season. And T-Core is unbothered. So it was just shock reactions all around. And I loved this too. I loved how she just sidestepped. I agree with this. Brooklyn's reaction was my favorite. Oh, Lisa D, you gotta find me on Twitter at Slightly Bitter and send me that. Love that. Okay, hold on. Can we talk about this douchebag? I want to nominate his ass just for doing this. I can't stand motherfuckers that are on these shows and they dress like idiots for the sake of dressing like idiots. He knew that this was going to be on the air, so he decided to dress up like a fucking jackass with that damn beret and that fucking jacket tied around his neck. Stop it, porn stash. This made me want to nominate you just for doing that. Anyways, let's continue.
Cedric, since I have just vetoed one of your nominations for eviction, you will have to name a new house guest for a replacement nominee.
What is that?
I'm in a position to where I kind of have to do what I have to do.
Why is Rubina wearing those sunglasses inside? What is that? What is this? She looks like, oh my god, what is the name of that Pixar character? Edna Mode. She looks like Edna Mode.
I'm in a position to where I kind of have to do.
Chemo is just, his dick is throbbing. Seeing this moment come through. Because he knew he gave that information to his man.
What I have.
Angela. I'm not shaming anybody, but Angela always has a fucking frog's neck. I love Angela, but it just kills me.
To do. With that being said,
would you wear a Christmas sweater on Big Brother? Not gonna lie, I probably would. I have a couple of Christmas sweaters that are very comfortable and they have bells on them and they're just really comfortable. And then we have the second part of the veto ceremony.
Hard feelings.
So he decides to put Mackenzie on the block. He should have just did this from the start of the week. Now you look like an asshole, and you just went back on your plan to multiple people.
I'm sorry, bro. Hey, I'll remember.
Oh.
I'll remember, bro. Hope you're up here next time battling me in the AI arena.
We gotta play.
Yeah, we do. It's not a smart move.
You know?
There's better players in here that you should put up with stronger power-ups, and you just blindsided me, so good luck whenever I'm battling you out there, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look, I respect you as a player, as a person, and at the end of the day, you know, I gotta...
It's a stupid-ass move.
See, if I was in the game, and I was sitting there, and someone used the veto on someone else, and then they were pissed off, and they said that you didn't stick to the plan, Cedric would look like a whole ass to me. And there wouldn't be anything that Cedric could say to change my mind. There's a lot of people out there that are confused as to why people like Tony and Sandra are the only two-time winners in Survivor history. That is because they're East Coast, like Tucker is, and they speak so genuine and so authentically that people believe them. And Tucker is one of those people. He speaks so genuine and authentically. There is nothing that Cedric could say to me that could convince me that he did not make a plan with Tucker to blindside Quinn, and he went back on the deal.
Yeah, I mean, I hope.
Look at Mackenzie. Mackenzie, she was looking at Leah. I guarantee she's looking at Leah. And Leah's like, don't you have to play the power? You have to play the power. And she's just like, well, 1 second. Don't worry. I'm going to let this shit ride. And that's when Mackenzie, I gave some points to Mackenzie because, yes, let this shit ride and let them fight. Tucker's actually like the kingpin. Yes, he is. You got me digmatized.
All right, cool, bro. It's cool. Yeah. I hope I get up here on this couch with you because I'm going to win that AI.
I'll say this too. If I did not use the veto on myself and just for the plan not to even happen, I would feel like the biggest jackass on the earth, and that would piss me off even more because that's the equivalent of you saying that I'm stupid. He just made Tucker look like an idiot on national television. So that's definitely part of this as well. I think that that's an even bigger deal to Tucker, his ego, than Cedric going back on the deal. 100%.
Arena come for you.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. We gotta play. We gotta play.
We gotta play. Had a whole plan done up, but that's cool. Coming back, bro, I can easily win that AI arena. So
I gotta say, you're saying that he's got an ego, but Tucker so far has been able to back it up. He smoked Lisa and Angela in that AI comp, and he smoked everyone in that last veto. I think that he's a fantastic competitor.
The plan. Sorry, you were not supposed to be up here. Ridiculous, bro.
He did volunteer. I don't have the clip of the America's veto, but yes, that was probably the biggest blindside in Big Brother history. I'm sure that there is a bigger moment. I can't think of a moment right now in any Big Brother season where there was a bigger blindside. Cannot think of one. This is above Dick using the veto on Danielle and Dustin going on the block. This is above Swaggy getting backdoored. This is above Shima's HOH being taken over. Just because no one knew Tucker was using the veto on Angela. Angela didn't even know. Tucker and Kenney did not know. All the people that were in on the plan got blindsided because Cedric went back on it. Cedric didn't warn anybody that this was even a possibility because he changed his mind leading up to the ceremony. Christmas winning that veto. In which season? At the veto ceremony? Well, I mean the veto ceremony itself. This is probably the biggest blindside of any veto ceremony ever, just when you incorporate all the blind sides on top of the blind sides. But what I'm pissed off about is this was not the only thing that happened at the veto ceremony. All my feed watchers out there know when the veto ceremony happened, there was a huge fight that happened directly after it because the second the feeds were back, we didn't even know what happened. because Tucker was cussing out Cedric and calling Quinn out. So I am praying that the next episode shows it. But the problem is, there's been so much shit that's happened, and they have to do an AI competition, America's vote, the eviction, and they have to pack that all into an hour-long live episode. So they have even less time to work with. I don't know how the fuck they're going to be able to show the backstory on the plan, because they left out a whole lot. The fight between Cedric and Tucker, the fight between Tucker and the whole house, and the vote. Thankfully for them, not a goddamn thing has happened. But there's also a lot of really cool things that are happening in the game that we're missing out on. Angela talking to Cedric, Angela's talk with Kenney, Rubina and Tucker's showmance-ish, but she doesn't know how to feel about the whole thing. There's a lot of interesting things going on. And Chemo and T-Core's blow up, but because there's only an hour-long episode, there's no fucking time to show this. Ever since Survivor made their episodes 90 minutes, the last 2 seasons have been leagues above the other ones because there's just more time to work with. So, I don't know. So now what the situation is... Oh, what's up, Cass Wash? So now we have these players on the block. Let's take a look. So after all was said and done, we have a nomination set of Kenney and Tucker still on the block. So the current plan is to send home Kenney, and as someone in the chat was saying, they don't plan to evict whoever America puts on the block. However, part of me thinks something might change with that. So if you noticed during the episode, Quinn was not exactly being shown in the best light, if I were to put it loosely. Just take this clip for an example. Oh, your video is a bit too short. What the fuck do you mean my video is short? Okay, well, it's not letting me screen share the video because the video is too short, so fuck you, StreamYard. But if you notice throughout the episode, Quinn had a horrible edit. Every chance that they could, they made Quinn look like a cocky leader that was in control of everybody. I think strategically, they did not show us all the moments of Tucker calling Quinn out, Tucker getting in that fight with Cedric, Tucker leading the All Boys Alliance. I think they purposely didn't show us those things because that might have made America side with Tucker. I mean, side against Tucker and not put Quinn on the block. If you notice in the episode, they show Quinn laughing. They show the clip I was going to show you was Quinn saying it's so easy to lie to everybody. They show Quinn saying that he's too good at this game and he has the power up. So personally, I don't think any of this campaigning that y'all are doing on Twitter and Facebook really matter. I think Quinn is going on the block, hands down. And I'm not going to lie, I voted for Quinn to go on the block. And I'm going to tell you why I think Quinn should go on the block. Quinn should go on the block because it sends a message to the House that we see who's in power. Quinn is in power. Vote him the fuck off. He's lying to you, motherfuckers. Will he go home? Probably not. But it will sow those seeds of doubt to make the game go well. What's crazy to me is everyone now knows that Quinn was in 1,000 alliances. Everyone knows that Quinn was lying about a power he had. But everyone still wants to work with Quinn except for Tucker and Angela. And shit, even Tucker and Angela don't want to target Quinn. Well, I think Angela does. But Tucker wants to take Cedric out before Quinn and patch things up with Quinn. So by putting Quinn on the block, it confirms to America, it confirms to the House that yes, Quinn was a sneaker. Yes, Quinn is the one to beat. And there is a real possibility that when Quinn goes on the block, there might be scrambling in the House to flip the vote. So let's look at the possible scenarios. So here we go. We have the scenario. Angela has officially been vetoed off the block. Officer Kenney is still on the block alongside Australian Tucker. Mackenzie was on the block but used America's veto, which, by the way, I liked that they gave her a physical veto. I appreciated that. And Ainsley looked thick as fuck tonight. Yeah, that's a great idea. So everyone in the chat, put down who you are voting for America's nominee. Let's do a quick poll. Who are you voting to go on the block? So, this is how it's going to go down. I think personally Tucker will win the AI competition and take himself off the block. There is a chance, though, that he could lose. I mean, no one was expecting Chemo to beat Matt in that challenge. So never say never. Kenney at this point wants to go home, so I don't think he'll try to win it. And Kenney currently is the target. However, there are rumblings of sending Tucker home, so it is a possibility. From the sounds of it, if Kenney is on the block against Tucker, Kenney goes home. If Kenny's on the block against America's nominee, he also goes home. If Tucker's on the block against America's nominee, that's where it gets interesting. Because as of right now, the people that want Tucker out are all of the people in the collective, which is Brooklyn, Cam, Cedric, Chelsea, Joseph, Chemo, Quinn, Rubina, not Rubina, T-Core, yeah, all those motherfuckers. However, there are people that have relationships with Tucker. I did see that there was an alliance that was being formed with Tucker, and I think T-Core was in it, and Chemo, and Leah. I need to go rewatch that. It was happening literally right before the lives. So yeah. I think if the vote comes down to Kenney and Tucker, it'll be unanimous to send Kenney home. I'm on the boat of thinking that Quinn is going to go on the block. So let's go through the votes. So there's 11 people voting because there'd be 2 people on the block, and Cedric can't vote. He's HOH. So Angela is going to vote for Quinn. Brooklyn would vote for Tucker. Cam would vote for Tucker. Chelsea would vote for Tucker. Joseph, I would assume he would vote for Tucker, but who knows? Maybe America would change their mind and would change his mind because he thinks he's the star of the show, and he would vote off Quinn. But I think more than likely he would vote off Tucker. So right there, we are at 4 votes to 1. Chemo is a little interesting. Chemo has a crush on Tucker. I could see him voting out Quinn and not even telling anyone about it. With Leah, Leah thinks that she needs Quinn in the game with her right now. I don't see Leah flipping on Quinn. However, if there's people there that want to push the vote, she might be open to it. Mackenzie would vote Quinn out. Then you've got Rubina. You would think Rubina would be a lock for Tucker to stay, but Rubina has been quoted saying that she would vote Tucker out if she absolutely had to, because she knows that people are pairing her and Tucker up, and she has to save her game. So I'm going to say she'll vote for Quinn, but there's a really good chance that she wouldn't vote for Quinn. And then T-Core would vote for Tucker. So we are looking at an extremely close vote. And then obviously Kenney would vote Quinn out. If Kenny's on the block against Quinn, Kenney goes home. There's no way that anyone is going to save Kenney. So really the only chance that we have at Quinn going home is if he's up against Tucker. I see people in the chat. Brittany voted for Cam. Okay, I do agree with this. If anyone has to go on the block, I want it to be Quinn, Joseph, or Cam. I think if Cam goes on the block, unfortunately, people will think he's just boring in the episodes. But people need to really be paying attention to him. He is the archetype that wins this game. He's athletic, he's young, he's a male, and he's not really stirring up any problems. If you look at all the last couple of seasons, it's the young athletic males that win the game, or at least get to the end. Jag last season, Skip Taylor, you got Xavier. Then you've got Cody. Then you've got Mickey Mouse Jackson. Shit, I'm going to throw Casey's bitch ass in there. That's who wins the game. I want Kenney to win the AI comp for entertainment purposes only. I agree with this. But I only want Kenney to win if Tucker will stay in the vote. If Tucker won't stay in the vote, then I want Kenney to lose. And shit, like I said, Kenney can go home. I want him to go home when the jury starts. I want his ass to be stuck, sequestered from his family. You guys have to vote for Quinn. LOL, I'm in Canada for you. Lisa D, I have casted 5 votes in your honor. Slim thick. I'm telling you, she's slim and thick. Slim and thick, motherfucker. Technically, Monty would have if he took Turner. Yeah, and look, Monty almost won the game as well. If he wasn't up against Taylor, he would have won. So Cam on paper is the competition. Chantel, you better stop. You better stop, girl. But listen, it's the facts. He is the same motherfucker that comes in this game and wins every season, and I'm just sick of it. And watch, 5 weeks from now, he'll have 2 HOHs under his belt and 2 vetoes. They'll be in a double eviction. He'll be up against Angela and T-Core, and they won't know what the fuck, and Chemo, and they won't know what to do with themselves. Send his ass out now. They had the right idea with Matt. Shit, I would vote Tucker's ass out if I wasn't working with him too. I'm just saying. So let's look at our options for America's vote. Did I save them? Shit, where is it? I took a damn screenshot of it. What the fuck? Let me quickly find the screenshot that I took of our options for America. Oh, here we go. All right, so these are our options to nominate. Which, by the way, I will say this: I have missed America's Power. I'm glad that we, get to influence the game again. I've missed that. I do enjoy when they. Oh, that's Skype. Don't want y'all looking at my Skype chats. How the hell do I open up this thing? Why is it not letting me open it up? The fuck? I'm trying to show y'all America's things. So Cedric is hot. Brittany, I disagree. Whenever I see Cedric, he gives me little boy vibes. All right, so here we have the options. Okay, let's go through this. Brooklyn. Hate me if you want. Brooklyn is playing the best game in the house. Hands down. Hands down. There is no one targeting Brooklyn. The only person that's even brought up Brooklyn's name, she shut that shit the fuck down. She made Kenney look like a whole ass about saying that she was the leader of a girls' alliance. Brooklyn is the best insulated player, and also she's not at the top of any alliance. So when the time does come, I don't think people will target her. And she's been all right in the challenges. She hasn't been amazing. She hasn't been terrible. Then we have Cam. We already know that Brittany is voting for Cam. I don't think that she's incorrect for doing that. And like I just said, Cam is the archetype that wins this game. Chelsea is someone that no one is talking about. Chelsea also has a very good shot at winning this game. I think that Brooklyn and Chelsea are the best possible chances of winning the game. Chelsea has so many hands and so many pots and is being strategic. She has people that she can target. No one's coming after her. And unlike Cedric, her HOH was a complete success. However, I don't know if nominating her will do anything. Actually, I was going to say maybe people would think we voted for her because she's boring, but no, she had a whole HOH week. So voting for her might actually shake the game up the most. Then we have Joseph. Have any of you guys seen Joseph's Instagram where they made this whole campaign to not vote for him? Did any of you guys see that? What's his name again? His name is Joseph Rodriguez. Let me pull that up for all of y'all that have not seen this, because this was the funniest shit I had seen all night. Let me make sure that I'm on my Insta. Yes, I am. All right. Take a look at this shit.
Joe!
Hey! Star of the show.
Even if I do lose, at least I'm not with those other losers. Not with those other losers. Not with those other losers.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joey.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe. This is Matt here.
Your friends have reached.
I'm sorry, the funniest part to me is that he actually paid for these cameos, and one of them was Matt's.
Out to me.
Eric seems to think you've gotten a bit of an ego.
It's rubbing people the wrong way.
It's alienating your friend group. You even called yourself the star of the show.
The star of the show?
The star of the show? The star of what show? What are we talking about? Who are you guys?
Please be humble.
Is Janelle biking? Did she film a cameo while biking?
Maybe bring it down a notch.
Invest into...
And hold on. Okay, Matt, we need to talk. You were the first person evicted on Big Brother 26. You had 2.2 seconds of screen time. You also got your ass handed to you. You are charging $75 for cameo videos right now. It actually was so high that you lowered it down to $60. And you're telling me the best that you can do for $60 as a flop on reality TV is to record a fucking cameo in a loud-ass gym using your AirPods? This is why you will never see me paying for a cameo for anybody. Because what the fuck?
Your friend.
Also, Timmy Turner. That's all I gotta say.
Joey, I think keep it up. Ego sky high, it's a way to live. As I'm currently single, I know the best thing I can do is create
He's currently single.
the healthiest friend groups that I can. It is very important to Eric that you stop being such a dick.
Your friends love you and they miss the real Joe.
Hopefully we get to meet each other in person one day. Good luck with all of your friendship.
Bye.
Love you, Joe. Thank you so much for the support. You're amazing. You love one another. I'm a star of the show.
So that was a video that was made by his friends that are monitoring his social media for him. They single-handedly saved him from going up there, in my opinion, because I wouldn't mind him going on the block. Now he can stay off the block. However, he really does need to get himself together, because you ain't no fucking star of the show. How the hell are you the star of the show when you are actively trying to play a safe game? Bitch. Anyways, that shit was funny. The funniest part about it was the cameos, Janelle biking, and Matt putting 0.02 effort into a TikTok. However, I think Joseph is the second most likely candidate to go on the block, just from the way the people on Facebook are talking. And I go by Facebook because Facebook makes up a pretty decent amount of the casual viewers, which are the much larger percentage of the people that watch the show. Chemo, who knows? People may want to put Chemo's ass on the block from spilling the beans about the power. Quite frankly, I wouldn't mind seeing Chemo go on the block. What's up, Colleen? Welcome to the stream. I wouldn't mind seeing Chemo on the block to pay for his sins. And who knows? Chemo might actually be the person that could get evicted. I mean, think about it. If Chemo is sitting on the block against Tucker, the only people that really want Chemo in the game are Quinn and kind of T-Core, I think. People might be willing to say, hey, Chemo blew up the whole game. Let's send his ass home. Leah, okay, well, this is the thing with Leah. Leah, I don't see going on the block. However, Tucker recently said that Leah said 4 derogatory terms and had to get talked to by the diary room. And it was not on live feeds. However, we have no way of knowing this because it was not caught by anyone on the live feeds. So if it did happen, they covered it up very well. And we can't go back and search for it because there are no flashbacks on the live feeds. Personally, I don't think she said anything terrible. I after that whole situation where Whitney was accused of being a Sandy Hook denier back in season 23, I don't believe shit unless I see it. And that should be a thing for all of you out there. Don't believe anything without actually seeing it for yourself and hearing it for yourself or actually doing research on it. The internet lies. However, this could be a strategic thing on Tucker's part because he may want Leah to go on the block. Because there is a chance that Leah would go home over both Kenney and Tucker. Not a huge chance, but there is a possibility because people do want her to go. If she did say something derogatory, I don't think she said the N-word. I don't think she said the B word, like, the slur for Latinos. I think, which I could see her saying the R word. And you know what I mean by the R word. It's a word for stupid. I could see her saying something like that. But there's also a possibility that she just called someone like an idiot, or she called them a fuckwad or something like that. But I don't think she was racist. I don't think she said anything offensive. It's a touchy subject with the R word because I know people in my life that use the R word frequently because they just don't give a fuck. So, who knows? Quinn is the favorite to go on the block. I mean, like I was saying earlier, if you're just catching into the stream right now, the way they edited him in this episode was to get his ass on the block. They made him look pompous, like he had control over the whole game. And just from a narrative perspective, it makes the most sense for him to go on the block. After all of this talk with the powers and everything, if he does go on the block, I don't think he'll go home. But I think it will put a target on his back. Not for next week, because next week he'll use his power for the week after that. Rubina, I mean, I don't even think people know so I almost called her a bitch. I call everyone bitches, mind you, but I know it might upset some people if I called a woman a bitch, so I won't do that. This chick, Rubina, has barely even been on the show, so people probably don't know who she is. So no, I don't think she'll be voted up. And then T-Core. I mean, T-Core's been shown on the show. T-Core is playing a pretty good game. I think that T-Core's game is very similar to, if I had to compare her to anyone, she's kind of like, I hate comparing people that look alike. And I think that's something we're all guilty of doing. However, like, she's playing almost exactly like Azza. Her game is all social, but there's really nothing strategic going on. And she's going to stick with these people and be at a point where she can't beat them in challenges, and she's going to get sent out. I'm trying to think of another person to compare her to because I don't want to just compare her to Azza because that's who I think of when I look at her. Maybe Gen City, but she's smarter than Gen City. I don't know. But I fear for T-Core that she is going to just play with these people because she likes them, and then she's going to get cut by them in the very end when they don't need her anymore. So, and I don't think anyone's going to put T-Core on the block. Fun fact, T-Core was friends with Xander from Survivor, which I found so interesting. Also, once she said she was British, it made total sense to me. Her accent is like a mixture of Chicago and British. So I have so it's like the weirdest accent combination I've ever heard in my life. All right. Anyways, before I continue, if you would like to, I'm going to open this up to a panel for some of the people in my alumni chat. I know that Millie wanted to join me, so I'm going to send it at Millie. If anyone else wants to join and talk about the show a little bit with me, you can send me a message on Twitter at slightlybitta, and I'll get you the StreamYard link. So let me go through and talk about some of the things you guys are saying in the chat. Leah is annoying on her own. No toxicity needed. I do agree to this. Oh, Cheryl, I put it in the Skype chat, the I Love Money Skype chat. Yeah, they don't show Rubina at all, which I'm very surprised by because Rubina and Tucker are the closest thing we have to a showmance. Nobody else in the game is going to get into one. I don't see the grossmance of Leah and Quinn happening. Just hate to say it. Don't see that happening. And I don't know if people are going to be mad at me for saying this. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Whatever. One of my friends, Isaiah, said this on Twitter that Cam has snow buddy syndrome.
Hey, Dylan!
Hey! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you too. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I
A lot's
miss you so
happening.
much. I miss
I miss
you
you
so
too.
much.
I know. Well, this is a great opportunity to talk with you again. I've been through it the last like month. I can't talk about it now, but
Right.
there'll be a
I've been
point where I can talk
watching
about it.
you. I've been watching you. I
Oh,
keep
you
up
have?
with you. Yeah, I keep up with you. I miss you.
I miss you too.
Yeah.
So what did you think of tonight?
Oh my God, Dylan. Dylan, it was so good. Look, when I saw that you were going live, I was like, I have to talk to Dylan tonight. I have to.
Yes.
I have to because it is because I need to talk to somebody. Because
Yeah.
Because I was like talking to myself and I was like, I have watched the last 15 minutes like 6 times.
No, same here because
Yeah.
there were things that I was missing because it was too much happening at once.
Too much.
But I also think there were things that we didn't get to see.
And I don't have the live feeds, right? And I think I would go crazy with the live feeds because I messed up and I was on something and I saw that Angela was saved. And so when I was watching it tonight, I was like, who saved her? Like, because I was thinking that Kenney had got it. Right? That's what
that he won the veto, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Kenney got the veto. So then when Tucker got it, I was like, really? That whole moment, just everybody's face was my face. I was not expecting that.
Because you don't keep up with the feeds.
I don't, and I was like, I'm gonna need a sign on. Somebody called to send me a sign on because I'm gonna need to watch the feeds.
Well, do you watch? Well, I don't watch the feeds either. I only
Yeah.
go on Twitter. Do you go on Twitter and see like the updates?
I do go on Twitter, but not often. But I think I'm going tonight before I go to bed because I need to see that tonight. Because when okay, Angela, let's talk about Angela.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Angela, have you heard that she's like a plant for the season?
Yes, I have heard that. Okay, I don't believe that. This is what I do believe. What
Okay.
I believe is that the casting department has been extremely lazy this season because they pulled people that had been on other shows before. They
Okay,
pulled
but
her.
then she was
They
on.
pulled Brooklyn.
Oh, she and Brooklyn have been on other shows?
Yeah,
I
Brooklyn
know
was
I
on
heard that
Dr.
about
Phil.
Angela. Huh?
Brooklyn was on Dr. Phil, like Angela was.
Oh,
Yeah, look it up. They were both on Dr. Phil on different episodes.
now I heard about Angela being on Dr. Phil and
Yes.
like Angela on Price is Right or something like
She
that.
was on Price is Right as well.
Okay.
So I think what they did was when they saw that she was on there, they looked her up. And when you do the application process for any reality show, they ask you, have you been on TV before? Anything unscripted? So they probably saw on her application that she had been on other shows. They watched her on those other shows, and that probably got them interested on her.
Okay. Okay. Now, Brooklyn. Okay. So Angela. So you don't feel like she's a plant?
I don't
know. I mean, after tonight, I was like, I don't know.
Oh, let me add Cheryl up. Cheryl's here. I didn't see that. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
So keep going.
So after tonight, I was like, I don't know it. But then it was like, Angela got on my natural nerve. Like, so just when she was going off and blew up her whole alliance, right? Just got on my nerves. But then I kept saying, I was like, we have to have Angela in the house because who is going to do anything? Because she keeps the house popping.
What's so funny is Angela reminds me so much of this woman that was on I Love Money. Her name was Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
So Gloria was this 70-year-old woman. She was on season 1 and she came back to play season 9 with all new players.
Okay.
And she was like, she would call the chat and start talking about live stories about when she was a bounty hunter back in the 1970s. Cheryl knows because Cheryl was on her season.
Yes.
Everybody hated her.
Cheryl.
Hey, Millie, digging the shirt.
Thank you.
Oh, me too. I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Kamala 2024. I'm here for that. But Gloria everyone her out. They put a bounty on her back. They put her up immediately, but they could not get rid of her. And Gloria was the person that was outing people's games and messing them up. Like, she put this guy Elliot on blast because he was making fun of her, and then he got eliminated. There was an alliance that was in there that was saving her, and she blew them up and they got out. Like, every single person that got eliminated in the season, she didn't directly cause their elimination, but indirectly she was part of why they ended up leaving. And Angela has been doing the same thing, if you think about it. Like, the first week,
Yes,
like,
most definitely.
the first week she got Matt's ass out of there. Last week when Lisa went home, part of why Lisa went home was because of how she was talking with Angela, and she put Lisa on the block and made Lisa show that she was a good competitor. And now this week, Quinn has that huge target on his back because Angela leaked that info to Tucker.
Yes, and let me say this: like, I have been reviewing the show.
Yeah.
So it's on all my platforms, and I've said this so many times. I was like, you told about your power like as soon as you got it, and then you've told Angela, and I was like, Angela's gonna use that against you, and even Tucker was like, nah, but I felt like my favorite part tonight was Tucker's face. That was my favorite part.
Oh, when he got blindsided at the veto ceremony?
Yes.
Oh my God.
He is pissed. He's pissed right this minute. Like, he's ready. And I feel like Tucker's gonna play his way out of it, or he's either pissed enough to play his way out, or he's too pissed to where he can't focus and he loses.
Well, I think
he'll go home though. I don't think he'll go home though.
Well, did you see the blow up that happened after the veto ceremony?
No, I gotta go. That's on Twitter.
Yes. So after the veto ceremony, he called Cedric out. He laid out the entire plan that they had. There was an entire plan. The 4 boys linked up with each other to have an alliance. It was Kenney, it was Cedric, Cam, and then who else?
Kenney. Who was in the room? Tucker, Kenney, Cam, and Cedric. It was those 4.
And they were called the game players. That's why he said our group will go far. So he thought it was happening, and then that clip I showed of him saying we don't have the numbers, that was when basically he didn't know they did have the numbers, but Cedric went back on the plan because he decided he didn't want to rock the boat too heavy. Like,
Cedric is playing so scared, and he has a horrible HOH. Horrible HOH.
Yes.
He has done horribly. Wills, what you think? What's going on?
Yeah, go ahead, Cheryl.
Honestly, I think it's going to boil down to if Tucker doesn't win the AI arena tomorrow night, then he has a good possibility of going home. If he don't go home, it's going to be all out war on Cedric.
Oh, but do you think that they wouldn't? I don't think they would vote Tucker out, so it can be an all out war. I don't think he'll leave.
I think they'll keep him in just to have that drama, have the targets off of them, lay low, like I forget who said that on the show tonight, but just lay low, let the drama play out like Mackenzie did when she first got put on the block. Just sit there and let it go.
Send Kenny's ass home though. Send him.
Oh, I agree.
Yes.
He has to go.
There's so many other people that would kill to be in his shoes right now. Yes.
Exactly. And listen, as somebody where I can't say exactly, but I have been in a situation where I have seen somebody go on a show, and I knew for a fact that if they did not go on that show, that I would have been on the show.
Oh, wow.
And they, in the first 2 episodes, the first episode, they said that they can't do it, that the team should vote them out. And then the second episode, the team did vote them out. And I sat at home and was just like, this is the person that took my spot. I was fucking pissed.
Oh, Dylan.
Oh, I would be
so if I was an older person that was probably the backup for Kenney and I was watching this shit on TV, I would be fucking pissed.
I would be pissed too. Because Kenney is like, and then it's so, and what I don't like about Kenney, and I'm ready for him to go, is the back and forth for me.
Yes.
I got more at home than $750,000. No, we can run this, sir. Sit down. Go sit down.
And thank God they finally showed it, because have you guys seen what Facebook has been saying about Kenney?
No.
He's a good man. He's there. He's honest. He's genuine. They were going to give him America's favorite, but it's like they weren't showing that this motherfucker wanted to quit the game.
Now, who do y'all think America's going to vote for?
Quinn.
That's what I said. I said that too. Because why not? Because if you've already turned up tonight with America's vote, you know how it's going to be crazy when that would make sense.
I mean, the edit was what sunk it in for me. I already knew that he was going to go on the block regardless, but if you looked at the way they edited him tonight, they made him look really arrogant. Like he was laughing all the time about how he could lie and it was super easy. They set him up like a bowling pin, that he was this huge player and this was the time to have his downfall to open up the game. So I don't see any way that America does not vote for him to go on the block.
I don't either. Because I was like, if he has come up here and talked to you about these powers, please believe he knows what's going on. And I was like, you're in all these alliances, and he knew it's crazy to get in all these alliances, and he's still in all of the alliances.
Yeah, he's in more now. More people have formed alliances with him. He just formed a new alliance with Leah, and I think T-Core and Chemo. Like, there's all these new alliances that want him in, and that's why I'm telling the people that are like, oh, let's vote for Joseph. I get it. I don't like Joseph. I think Joseph is annoying, but these people need to wake up to the fact that Quinn is working with all of you. An ally to all. I mean, a friend to all. A friend to all is an ally to none.
And it would be a really good game to see if he went far, but I feel like America's definitely going to vote for him.
100%.
100%. I would be shocked if they did not vote for him. I will be shocked.
I will be too. I haven't voted yet. I honestly can't decide who I want to vote for because I know Quinn's going up. I just feel like I have to throw my vote somewhere. I just haven't decided yet.
I haven't voted either, but I'm going to definitely, because I was looking at it. I paused the television so I could see them, and I looked at it. I was like, okay, T-Core doesn't do anything. Joseph doesn't do anything. Brooklyn doesn't do anything. Chelsea, she's a competitor. Who else was up there? Nobody does anything.
That's what's been bothering me about the season. I mean, if you look at even the gameplay last season, at this point, everyone had allies. Yeah. Everyone had targets. The game was going. For most of these people right now, either they don't have an alliance, or if they do have an alliance, it's very loose. They don't really have any targets because they're focusing all their energy on Kenney and Angela. I mean, once again, a reference, I Love Money. I think of season 12, where you had Shelby and you had Cody, these two people that everyone had their eyes on. And because people were so focused on these two the entire time, they didn't form alliances. Yeah. They didn't make any game plans. They would just sit at the voting and they would just be like, oh, let's throw them up there. And then guess what kept happening? Those two kept on surviving. And eventually everyone's game sunk behind because of it.
I just don't even, I don't know. And then I think it was pointed out to me tonight when I paused and looked at those pictures on television. Yes. I was like, the people who are playing the game are the ones who are really in trouble.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Yeah, because those people who we have to choose from, even Quinn is not doing anything. But I respect Tucker for shaking it up. I respect him risking it for the biscuit. I respect it. I really do. Because this is, like Angela said, this is a game now.
Exactly. That's why Angela and Tucker have been my two favorites from this season. Honestly, two of my favorites in a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful that they're both here, because if they were not here, I think the game would just be
right. Because when they show Angela rolling around on the floor, I was like, this is boring tonight. If Angela is not up blowing somebody's spot up,
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Oh, Millie has some technical difficulties. Oh, well, while she's reconnects, to piggyback off what she's... Oh, there you go. Okay, now we can see you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did you get a call?
Okay, my phone rung, so I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
but
I've had the same issue. Don't worry.
If she's not blowing someone's spot up and she's not doing anything like that, then it is really boring in the game. Yeah. It's boring.
Well, and unfortunately, she's not even allowed to have confrontations with people because they've punished her. I think in a game like Big Brother, I would rather have someone in the game like...
Oh. I can't hear you. Let me come out and I'm going to come back in.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I think if I was in the game, I would rather have someone like Angela and Tucker in there because they're not a variable. You know what they're doing. They're going to be upfront with you about their strategy. Whereas you have people that fade in the background and don't really add anything and are just going to go with the house. Is that a number that's going to be loyal to you? No. What about you, Cheryl?
Well, I've been an Angela fan since they all walked in the house. She represents, my age group, my sex. I love it. I'm there for the drama that she's creating because in a way, she's almost like Tucker. She's shaking the house up, but she could probably go about it a little differently. Not go off, be the spaz out on people like she did on Matt week 1. Welcome back, Millie.
Thank you.
That I do agree with you on, though, Cheryl. I think that if week 1, Angela would have had the same blow up with Matt that she did, but not added in, and for all the people that came up there, your performance was like a really bad movie. If she had cut that part out, I think she'd be in the best spot in the house.
She would have been in a great alliance. That alliance was good. They would have definitely taken care of her because I was like, how you're up here by yourself? How are you not gonna believe them? Like you've been talking to them.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, Angela, you messed it up. That was a good alliance.
And that's where I think the paranoia is what messed her up. Yeah. Angela, now that she's off the block and has some time to chill, she's actually been playing pretty good. Like, yeah. She had this whole mother-son conversation with Cedric where she told him, like, you shouldn't have made that deal if you weren't going to follow through on it. Like, you can do this in the game. She was consoling him. She's been consoling Kenney. People are like, you know what? Angela's kind of chill. I feel comfortable with her. And it makes me think, do you guys think Angela would be in a better spot right now if she didn't win HOH week 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do you think the game would have been different?
I think she still would have been, I think she still would have had her little spats with Lisa. Because she, for whatever reason, she did not like her.
Yeah.
But I feel like she would have been a little bit more easy because you just think about it. If you get in there, you're the first HOH, like you know it's a target on your back off the rip. You already know that.
Yeah.
So I think if she had like another week just to see how it goes, I think she would have understood better. She would have been in that alliance. She would have been in that alliance, and I think she would have I think it would have gone better.
Yeah.
I think it would have gone better. Yeah, it definitely would have gone better.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you on that. If she was in that alliance already, she would have trusted them. Someone in that alliance likely would have been the HOH. And then she would have been like, all right, they didn't put me up. These are my people. I feel good. And then she could have made that move against Matt without having to freak out the way that she did.
Yeah, she should have, because the alliance was so good. And us watching it, it's like, oh my God, they have her back. They know she's HOH. We got a few people up here to let her know. And she's like, yeah, right. I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? You're right. I was outdone. I was like, she doesn't believe them.
That shit took me out.
I was like, what?
You would have thought she had a QAnon account. She thought everything was a conspiracy.
But let me ask y'all this. How do y'all feel about the season, the AI? I absolutely love it.
What I appreciate about it is... Oh, you don't like it, Cheryl?
No.
Why not?
I guess because I'm just a little bit old fashioned, but I'm being honest here.
Yeah.
Be honest.
But I understand why they put that in, because that's what's going on in this day and age. And they've got to try and make the game more interesting, because like you said, the past few seasons have kind of been blah.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that you mention it, they are being very topical with these themes. Last season, they did the multiverse theme, and everything was about the multiverse last year.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't think about that. That's a very interesting point that you brought up.
I like Ainsley. I like it. I like that she, but I don't think she's switching the game up enough like they say she was. I don't know what we have in store, but it's not enough, right? I was expecting her to just pop out anytime.
I have to wonder, though, if any of them had actually voted her in. What
would have happened? Yeah, I'm curious about that as well.
What would she have done? Would she have been? Because think about it, if she's the last voted in, then she's an easy vote out, and then she probably would have just ended up being the AI. But what if she had gone 17 days in the game?
Well, my question is, I didn't get to watch the second episode of the premiere. I only saw the first one. Did they do that vote again for the second night? And did she also not get voted in that night?
Nope.
Same.
Okay, so what I'm curious about is, if they would have voted her in, would that actress have actually gone into the Big Brother house for X amount of days and then been sent out? I don't think so, but how would that have worked, you think?
I don't know, because what if she had got voted in and she went top 3?
Oh, I don't think they would have let her. I think that they would have been... You guys saw the celebrity season with Anthony Scaramucci?
I think so, yeah.
I think that they would have done maybe the first week, have her be in the game, and then I think she would have maybe fucked with a competition and then left.
Well, I mean, I would have loved to have seen her come in the house, because it was going to be AI anyway, and she was going to be the AI.
Well, that's what I thought the AI theme was going to be. When they said this theme is going to be AI themed, I thought it was going to be like how in season 8 when they had Eric in the game and America voted for everything Eric did. I thought it was going to be like, okay, well, we're going to randomize all of your decisions. So your vote is going to be random. Your HOH nominations are going to be random, or shit, even America will decide who you put on the block. So it was completely different.
Yeah.
Terrell says that she's a TikToker.
Oh,
Ainsley, the actress that played Ainsley.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. What was her what's her name? Lisa said they never planned to have her in the game. It was for the first punishments and rewards. Okay.
Okay. That would have been cool, though. Just to see it.
It would have definitely been interesting.
Yeah. How would that have worked?
Well, on season 8, the only thing I didn't like about the twist where America was choosing it was really obvious they were trying to keep Eric in the game, because there was a week where Eric was supposed to go home, and Amber, who was the HOH, went into the diary room wanting to put Eric on the block, and she came out saying, "We can't put Eric on the block. The diary room says we can't do that."
Ooh. Let me tell you, do you know, I really and truly thought Angela was going to leave that show when she went in there crying after the race conversation. I thought she was out of there.
I thought so too.
I really thought she was out of there. I was like, she's not going to make it. She's not going to do it.
It's hard, like she was being, I mean, think of it from where she was. She was at the bottom of the house. People weren't talking to her. And then on top of that, now, from what she heard, she was being called racist.
Right.
Now, I don't think she handled it the right way. I think she should have listened to T-Core instead of just getting all defensive.
Yep.
Like the conversation she had after, that should have been the conversation.
The initial conversation. And I was so happy that she came around, because I was like, Angela, just listen, because what you did this. It feels like you're targeting them. But the thing was, I heard Angela say, I want to be a part of that group. I heard her say that.
Yeah.
And I was like, so Quinn has taken it to another level. And he actually started it and made it a situation like what it was. Because she actually said, that's the group we need to be in.
Exactly. That's another reason why I'm not that big a fan of Quinn. That felt very unnecessary to me.
Basically,
he lied.
No telephone gone wrong.
Yeah, he lied so tough.
I don't think that he thought it was going to turn out that way. But again, if you are looking at that group, like, obviously that's not going to be the first thing that you think, but afterwards you would think to yourself, oh wow, that's a group of black people that are just being grouped together. Like, you have to think about I mean, shit, if I was in the Big Brother All-Star 2 house, if you remember, every single week there was a person of color on the block until all of them were gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that you should be cognizant of.
Because you see it. Like, you can see it happening. Because I know, like, for me, I pay attention to that. And I'm like, okay, who's going to be on the block first? And then, you know, and it just, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's not. But I hate that Quinn did not hear Angela, because it never had to go to that conversation, because that's not what she said. But she was like, because when she said T-Core, I want to be in that group. Like, oh my God. But
and I think Cedric made the same mistake this week in a different way, where Cedric should have been very direct with Tucker and said, I'm not putting Quinn on the block. I'm going to put Mackenzie on the block. Use the veto on you. Instead, all he said to Tucker was, we don't have the votes this week. Don't use the veto on yourself. And Tucker said, fuck you to him and moved on.
I was outdone, because I had totally forgotten about the fact that Quinn was in his alliance. At that moment, I was so taken by everything that was going on. And I was like, this is going to be so good. But when he called Mackenzie, I was like, ooh, Tucker's going to be pissed. But I mean, he gave us some good TV tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I will say that.
He gave us what the season's been needing.
Yes.
Since day one.
Yes.
But now what's going to happen?
Well, unfortunately, his game has gotten fucked up. If I was in the house and I saw Tucker use the power of veto on Angela and not himself, how do I get an alliance with this guy? Like,
yeah, because I'm voting for him to stay.
Absolutely.
Because he's giving me Dr. Will energy so tough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from him.
He's giving me non-wishy-washy. If I was in the game, and this goes for any person that might go on any of these types of shows, we want to eliminate more than anything the players that are wishy-washy. Because if you find yourself in a situation where you're being targeted, you want people that are going to say, I'm not going to vote Millie out. I'm not going to vote Cheryl out. I'm not going to vote Dylan out. I'm going to vote the other person out. Instead, what you'll get is someone like Rubina that is like, oh, if I have to vote Tucker out, I'll vote Tucker out.
Why is she still here? Like, now, Rubina, why is she still here? Now, I'm going to tell you, that's who I would vote for. If I wasn't going to vote for Quinn, I would be voting for Rubina. Because I don't even hear her on the show.
No, I don't even have they even shown her on the show. I mean, I said something tonight. I have literally only seen Rubina when they've done like reaction shots.
Yeah.
For the veto ceremony.
Yeah.
So she'll be in the room for a couple of conversations, but she doesn't say that much. You know, she was in the room when she was in the HOH room when Cedric was trying to get somebody to go up on the block. And I was like, and on my reviews, I was like, Cedric, you're the HOH. You don't ask people to go on the block. You tell them you're going on the block as a pawn, and I got you. Don't worry about it. And let them worry about it downstairs.
Someone in the chat said earlier that they think Cedric is very attractive. Cedric gives me little boy vibes all the way around. Like,
I mean, he's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's not even
behind that.
I'm weak. It's not even from how he looks, but it's from the way he carries himself. It's like you have to go up to people and ask them to go on the block. No, if you already know what you want to do, you
Do
go
it.
up to them. You're the fucking HOH.
Yes, that's what I
fuck is
said.
this?
Why are you asking me? And then, did you hear what he said when he won HOH? And Chelsea was like, you could tell she was like, I got to remove myself from him. Because he was like, I came from a microchip all the way to HOH.
Yes.
Sir, what are you talking about?
Talking too much.
I cannot. I can't
In the
in real
words of
life with a man
Felicia.
that talks too much. I definitely can't handle a man talking too much in the game.
In the words of Felicia, beating his lips way too hard.
Oh my God. I was like,
beating them like Mike Tyson.
I don't know. He's not a good. And Chelsea knew right then. She was like, okay, I gotta get away from him because she was like, good job.
Chelsea's one to watch. I mean, this is a good question to put out to you guys. So if we were able to pick who went on the block as America's nominee, who is the person that we would pick? Our choice solely. If I could pick right now, I would put Chelsea on the block. And this is why. Of all the people that are on this list, Chelsea is easily playing the strongest game and has the most amount of connections. And if Chelsea was up there, I don't think she'd get evicted. I think it would get people to start thinking, why did America put Chelsea on the block?
Right.
It would put a huge question mark. I would say put Brooklyn up there, but I think if Brooklyn went up there, they would think it's just because she's not getting shown on the show. So what would you guys do?
I think I would just put Quinn on the block to flesh that out because the way he has lied to his alliance, that's dangerous to me. Like you're in 3,000 alliances and one really good one, and you can't let them know. But I understand what you're saying about Chelsea. I get it because she's quiet.
Yes,
she seems to be good with everybody in the house, like literally everybody in the house.
She's playing the game that Quinn thinks he's playing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Chantel said she disagrees with me because the people are so dense, they're not going to read into what America's doing. Chantel is reading the motherfuckers, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Wheelorama, who are you putting up there?
It'd be a toss-up between either Quinn or Joseph.
Ooh, okay. So why would you choose those two?
Quinn for the obvious reasons that Millicent just stated, and Joseph because they don't need a porn star in the house.
Okay, can I ask this question? Is he a porn store operator? Is that what he does?
I thought it was just a movie store. He sold videos. I mean, he sells videos out of movies.
Yeah, but don't you know movie stores always have those explicit back rooms?
In the back. They do in the back.
What VHS store is still operating besides the one in Blockbuster?
I feel like he may be an engineer of some type because there is no store around that sells VHS tapes.
No, like no store. The only places I know that have VHSs are like the library, or if you go to a retro gaming store. Like, yeah. And no library is hiring him with that damn porn stash, looking like he's from the 1970s.
Sir, you need a job. You are not working. Maybe
he's secretly like Jason Roy and lives in his mommy's basement.
He probably does. I wouldn't be surprised.
On that. He looks like it. Because how are you making a living in a video VHS store?
There's no way.
There's no way. There's no way you
As
have a
clerk?
W2. There's no way. You're not filing taxes. You're not doing any of that.
No, it's definitely off the books. Isn't he 30? Isn't he 30?
That's crazy.
Hold up. I need to see how old he is. How old is Joseph Rodriguez, Big Brother 26? If he has a 3 anywhere in his age, then he should not be. Yeah, he's 30.
Oh my goodness.
How the hell are you 30 working at
a VHS store? That is insane, Dylan. That is crazy.
I don't know. Listen, different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Something's just not adding up with him then.
And
I'm
we're
gonna get ready to get out of here, but I do want to say that I'm definitely gonna watch Twitter.
Yes.
But I feel like we need Tucker because honestly, if we don't have Tucker and Angela, we don't have a show.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Because when I looked at those people that America has to choose from, I was like, nobody does anything. Nobody. And when we had Angela quiet because she's done too much and she's rolling on the floor, the show was horrible. It wasn't horrible, but it was just lackluster. I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much I needed Angela.
I want them as a final two. They're working together now, Angela and Tucker. I want them to ride it all the way to the end.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Because he definitely has an ally in her. Like she's gonna ride with him, whatever. And it would be smart if they not say anything around her about Tucker. If anybody speaks about Tucker, you're gone.
Going straight to him.
It's over.
And whatever alliance he's in, he should just be like, Angela's our +1. We can use her as a vote. And that's it.
Because she can't win. She won HOH that was a fluke. She can't win anything. And I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, but she's definitely somebody to carry until like top 4. She's got to go after 4.
She should be in the Felicia spot. I love Felicia, but Felicia, they carried her because she was easy to beat in the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
One of the last questions I want to ponder to you guys, and then around the 2-hour mark, I think I'm going to end the stream.
Okay.
And we got 4 minutes left. So I titled this, there should be 90-minute episodes for Big Brother. Survivor recently turned their show to have 90-minute episodes. Do you guys think 90-minute episodes will benefit the show? And if so, in what way?
It would definitely benefit for me. Because tonight I could have seen what happened after Mackenzie closed the box. And we wouldn't have to go to Twitter. We could just see that right there tonight because I know that was good. That would have been a great ratings boost.
Oh yeah.
Because who wouldn't have sat for that tonight? I would have.
Me too.
Absolutely.
What about you, Cheryl?
I agree. If they're going to do it for one CBS reality show, they need to do it for all of them. Just give them equal airtime. We'll see so much more. And who knows, it might actually make the season more enjoyable for those of us at home watching.
It definitely will. I understand that Big Brother takes up more time slots because it's 3 times a week and it's also like 3 months long. But tonight's episode could have been one of the best episodes in Big Brother history. But so much had to be gutted that if you don't watch the feeds, you have no idea.
Dylan, I said the same thing, and then I was like, let me stop. I said, am I tripping? Because is this the best show in Big Brother history? Yeah. Easily it's in the top 3, right?
Oh, yeah. This is one of the best blindsides in Big Brother history. I can't think of another veto ceremony that had more people shocked by the result.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, I think this is the best. I don't know. I would have to really think about it and talk to my sister about it, but I think tonight was the absolute best. I've never... Because I was sitting here wide open. I was like, my mouth on the floor. I could not believe it.
The only veto ceremony... The only veto that may top this is when Marcellus back in season 3 didn't use the veto on himself.
Okay, that's what I went to tonight. I said there's only one other episode where someone did not use the veto, and it was Marcel. It was the only one, right?
Well, it was Marcellus, and then Evil Dick and Danielle both used the veto on each other 2 separate times.
Okay.
And then there was also a guy, Matt, and he didn't use the veto on himself either because I forgot what it was. It was something to do with a twist. But it rarely happens.
Rarely happens. But I loved everything that, what's his name? I loved everything that he had to say after they didn't put up, Quinn. I loved everything. His face, everything he said, I loved it. I was like, this is so intense.
Oh yeah,
it was so intense.
Cedric gave me when the camera panned to him after Tucker used the veto on Angela, the look on Cedric's face gave me scared little boy vibes.
Oh, exactly. He shit his pants. He shit his diaper in that moment. and we could still smell it.
Oh my God, this was so good.
Oh yeah. The last question I have for y'all before we wrap this up is, there's a very good chance that Quinn is going to use his deepfake HOH next week, which means he picks all 3 of the nominations.
Okay.
Who is he putting on the block?
Cedric, Tucker, and probably maybe Mackenzie.
Really? No Angela?
No, I don't. I think he might use her as a backdoor option versus just putting her blatantly up there. Let her think she's safe and then swoop in for the kill.
But he wouldn't have to worry about her anymore. I don't think she would be a problem anymore because now she's a problem.
Yes.
But I think it would definitely, he would be dumb not to put Tucker up. He would be dumb to do that.
Tucker will be the target, I think.
Especially if it gets back to Quinn that he was the plan to go up in whoever's place.
Now, I don't think he will put Cedric up because they're in the alliance.
Yeah.
But I do think he will put Tucker and Mackenzie and probably Chemo because he's going to figure out that Chemo was the one who told.
You know, now that you mention Chemo, I could see that. So from the sounds of it right now, it sounds like he's going to take the HOH no matter what.
Yep.
And he's going to put Angela, Tucker, and Mackenzie on the block because those are the only 3 people that he does not. And this is assuming Kenney goes home, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's going to do those people because they're literally the only people he doesn't have an alliance with.
Yeah.
However, if one of them wins the veto, he's fucked. And he has to figure out who he's going to put up. And maybe he would do Chemo because
Chemo would be perfect. Because if I figure out that he's the one that told it, you got to go up.
Yeah, true.
Hands down.
Go up. Hands down, you got to go. You got to get out. You got to go.
I wouldn't trust anyone that can't hold water like that.
But I feel like Angela would not be a target now that his power will be out. Because now it's just,
I think that their alliance is not going to target Angela, but they're going to use her as a pawn.
Yeah.
That's if Quinn doesn't wind up on a block and out the door tomorrow night.
Well, and that's what we've got to watch for tomorrow. If people are willing to actually have conversations with each other during that eviction, like they should have given them more time because there's going to be no time to strategize. But if they can, maybe Tucker can rally the votes together and actually get Quinn out. Maybe.
He's not going to rally. He's going to rally out in front of we'll all be in the rally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah, we're gonna all be in the rally. Like we're gonna feel like we can vote too, but because I feel like Tucker's gonna give me so much energy through that house. This is what I need, and he would be dumb not to put Tucker up.
And I'm praying that Quinn goes home tomorrow because I don't want another week of the same shit of Angela and Tucker on the block, another person, whoever goes. I don't care who goes home. Fuck that. Send Quinn home, let the game reset, and whoever wins HOH wins HOH, and let them do what they got to do.
I mean, in my mind, this is what I think at this point. Like, if Quinn does go home tomorrow, I think if Kenney doesn't win anything to keep us in the house and keep us safe, Kenney's got to go. He's the next one to go. Like, that's a whole nother week for us.
Yeah.
Because we as a group are tired of him talking. And then after that, we as a group can let Joseph go. Because what is he doing?
He's doing nothing.
And then Robina, she's got to go. Like, this is keeping us in the house.
And you're a strong player. If you're in that house and you're a big player, like Chelsea's a big player, Quinn's a big player, Angela's a big player, Tucker's a big player, you want to eliminate the people that are going to fly under the radar and pull like a Steve Moses and out of nowhere win the game. Against
Cam is very quiet too. He's playing too.
I forget he's even on the show.
Exactly. Him and Robina, you have no idea.
And if you look at history, this is the first thing I would say if I was in the house. Look at history. The last however many seasons have all been won by young, athletic males.
Yeah.
You got Jag last season, Skip Taylor, because Monty was almost going to win that. You've got Xavier, then
Mhm.
you've got Cody,
Mhm.
then you got Jackson, Mickey Mouse, and yes, I'm going to include Casey in that as well. So
Yeah.
history repeats itself. You got to take their asses out now.
Yeah, but I mean, Cedric should go. It should be Kenney. Okay. I think it should be Kenney first. If in my world, it'd be Kenney, Cedric, Joseph, Robina, and Leah. Like, what is she doing?
Leah needs to go too.
Yeah,
I'm a petty bitch from Long Island, so I would want Kenney to be the first member of the jury. So
Same
he
here.
would not
Same
be able
here.
to go home.
Yeah.
He's held hostage. That would be my vote.
And I feel like that too, because it's like he wants to go so bad, but no, you can't.
No,
Sir,
you're stuck.
You're stuck. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're gonna be here all season. I'm with you on that.
That would be funny.
Let's send him to jury. That's what I would say if I was in the house. Be like, you know what? Kenny's gonna get on our nerves, but guess what? He's not going home. He's going to jury.
He can go when they hit us with that double eviction the first night of jury.
Yeah.
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 Before we wrap up, do you guys have any final thoughts?
No, I think I said mine. I'm just ready for tomorrow. I don't know what to do. I'm excited.
Me too. What about you, Cheryl?
I have to echo Miss Millie here, you know.
It was so good to see y'all.
Yeah.
Me too. Do you guys have anything you want to plug before I end the stream?
If you guys can find it, I don't have the link to it. I'm currently playing Big Brother Impulse. It's on YouTube.
Okay. Okay.
And just kind of ironically, by watching and listening to what you said, my gameplay in that game has been eerily similar to Tucker's.
Ay.
I've stepped things up, Dylan. I've changed things up.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Oh, good.
So,
any game like Tucker's, I'm here for.
Yeah.
How about you, Millie?
Something going on. I'm editing my third book. It should be out in September.
Oh, that's amazing.
I don't know how I got into this campaign, but vote blue. What else? I do just check out my hot topics. Millie Chun TV on YouTube. Please like, share, follow Millie Chun Instagram, Millie Chun 08 on TikTok. Just follow me. I give great commentary, and I'm just really glad to see Dylan and Wheels. I'm really glad to see y'all. I miss you so much, and everybody out there in the chat. So it's been great to be here. I may come back when you do it again.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a show again tomorrow.
Okay.
So you guys are always welcome.
Well,
I want
thank
to
you for
thank
having
everyone.
me, Dylan.
Of course, anytime.
I appreciate it.
I want to thank Millie and Cheryl for coming here. I want to thank the audience. We had Chantel, Lisa D, Maya, Colleen, Brittany, Aaron, Terrell. I don't know if I'm missing anybody. Cass Watch. All of you guys, thank you so much for coming in. And anyone that wasn't commenting and was just viewing, I love doing reality TV recaps. I've been doing them forever. I am so sorry that I haven't been covering more of Big Brother. I have something in my real life going on right now, and I'm actually going to be gone again in like 2 weeks. So I won't be able. So you guys are going to have to catch me up when I come back. Okay. But until further notice, I'm going to try doing these streams after each episode. So come back tomorrow after the eviction episode, and we'll talk about the next person evicted. And if you want to keep up, subscribe, follow, like, share with your friends. You can follow me on all my social media, on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, at Slightly Bitter. And I guess until next time, stay followed, stay tuned, but most importantly, stay bitter. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.